So hello guys, welcome to my this video, and in this video I will show you how you can add a count of the product. In the previous tutorial I had shown you how you can store product in local storage. So guys, when user will click on add to cart button, so this time the product will be stored into the local storage. And I had said that if you want stored product in a local storage, then you can move easily in your database this product from the local storage. So first of all, I had shown you how you can store product on local storage, and now here I will show you. So if you had watched my previous tutorial, so you will be know that there are the header, and on the header there are the cart icons. So every time if you can see the any other e-commerce site, then if you add a product, so on the cart icon there the product is countable. Like if you add two products, so in the cart icon there will be shown the two product you have added on the cart. So here in this tutorial, just I will show you that how you can do that. In the previous tutorial, if you didn't watch my previous tutorial, so first of all watch my previous tutorial, otherwise you will get a confused what I am doing. And guys, if you don't know the JavaScript, so you have to be watch the my JavaScript tutorial, because JavaScript is the main thing and Angular is the framework of JavaScript. So if you hadn't any knowledge of JavaScript, so you may the confused. So I will not suggest to directly move on Angular, because you may the confused if you don't know the JavaScript. So you have to be knowledge on JavaScript like 50 to 60%, not to be a master, because no one can be a master. Just you have to be take some knowledge, and then you have to be move on Angular, because every Angular function or anything JavaScript is needed. And in the previous tutorial I had shown you that how JavaScript is important in Angular, because Angular is the framework of JavaScript. So JavaScript, every valid JavaScript code is it valid in Angular. So here I told you that if you don't know JavaScript, so you have to be learn JavaScript first of all, otherwise you can move to Angular, but you may confuse. So that's why I'm suggesting to you. And guys, let's move to my laptop, and here just I will show you that how you can count product on cart.
So hello guys, first of all I will show you the preview. So here you can see the four products I have added, and now here is the cart icon into the header, and here the static number is 2. Static number means here is the header component, and here the number I have written here statically 2, but this number will not be static 2, because when I will click any product button to store into the cart, or you can say database, so the how many products I will store into the database or cart, so that number will be count here. That means if I store two products, product 1 and product 2, so here it will be shown 2, and if I store here 4 products, product 1 2 3 4, so here it will be shown 4. So every e-commerce site happen that. And then when I will go to in the cart details page, so here you can see the cart. So here we can see that all the details of product which I store into the cart. So now first of all in this video, just here I will show you how you can increase the number here. I mean, if you add 4 products, so here it will be shown 4, and if you add 3 products, so just here it will be shown 3. So how you can do that, just in this video I will discuss about that. So for that I had shown you already how you can store value into the local storage, and now just every functionality we have to be write into the header component. So I have already opened, you can see header component.html file and header component.ts file. So first of all I will do one thing. Now this value is I have written static, but now I have to bind this value. So guys, if you don't know how to bind value, so you have to watch my another tutorial that I have already made. So just you have to go to the playlist Angular tutorial, you have to search into the playlist, and there you will find how to bind value and what is the interpolation. So here I will use interpolation to bind this value. So now below the ng on init, not inside ng on init, just below the ng on init, here I will write a variable. The variable name is cart item and you can write any name of this variable, and I will bind here, so that is number. So I will write the type is number, and I will set the default value now 0, and this variable I will bind here instead of write 2. So how to bind? Just we use interpolation. So what is interpolation? When we write double curly braces, so then it is called interpolation, and I will paste the variable name here. So now I will save it here. So now it's compiling, and I will save the HTML page also. So now it's already saved and compiled successfully, you can see here. And now I will check the browser. So now you can see it's showing 0, because in this variable I have written 0 and I bind this variable here. So if I write here 100, so into the cart icon here it will be shown 100. Okay. So let's see once, then I will show you the functionality. You can see here it's showing 100. The design is breaking, so that's not a problem, because already I told you our main focus is functionality. So you can see which number I have written here, and when I am binding this variable here, so it's showing the number into the cart. So now I have to be write a function, but first of all here I will set a 0, because you know default is 0. When user will add any value into the cart, then it will increase the number. If user adds 1, so it will be shown 1. If user adds 2, then it will be shown 2. And now just here I have to write a method. So method cart item, so that is method name parenthesis and curly braces. So guys, here you can see the it's showing error because method name and variable name I have written same. So here I will write cart item func. Just I will change the method name. Okay. And now guys, I want to say one thing. I have already told you every valid JavaScript code is workable in Angular, but it's supported from ECMAScript 6. So in the ECMAScript 6, we know the syntax to write the method. We can use head arrow function. So the syntax is equals to an arrow. So you can see it's head arrow function is also supported in Angular. So you can write method this way. Otherwise, TypeScript it's more shorter than JavaScript. So here you can write the method name and parenthesis also. And now I will move to my main topic. So now here, first of all guys, just here when first of all I will open the local storage. Okay, and then it will be easy to show here. So guys, you know how to open local storage, because in the previous tutorial I had shown you. And if you hadn't watched my previous tutorial, so go to playlist, and there you will find Angular shopping cart, the playlist name. So you have to watch all the tutorials step by step. Otherwise it will maybe confused. Okay, so I will suggest please watch my previous tutorial. And here now just I will increase, I will zoom in, and this is the local storage. So when I will click this add to cart button, so here you can see the product is added into the local storage. So if I add product, two products, so you can see product 1, product 2, and it's adding into the local storage. So product 3, you can see product 4, you can see here it's adding. So now I will first of all I will remove from here. Okay, so when I'm adding this product into the local storage, so it's storing into the local. So if I get this cart, so that means first of all I have to write a condition, that is if, and inside this condition local storage dot get item, and which item I want to get, this one, this key. I already told you about local storage, and I have already made a separate video about local storage. So you can watch this tutorial also to know more details about local storage. So I will get this key, so then I can get all the value which I am adding into this key. So just here I will write. So when the local storage won't be none, so for that just here I have to be write a checking that is not equals to null. So that time this local storage all the value I will store into a variable. Okay, so here I will write var and the variable name is cart count. Okay, so inside this variable I will store all the value which I have stored into the local storage. So how we can store? Just local storage dot get local storage and dot get item, and just into the parenthesis here I have to be write the key name. So the key name is local cart. So now I have stored all the value of local storage which I have stored into the local, so that I store into the local cart count variable. Okay, so now here I have to be do one thing, that is when we store value into the local storage, then we convert into JSON, that I already told into the previous tutorial. So now when I am getting the value of local storage, again we have to be convert it its own format. So for that we write JSON dot JSON dot parse, and inside this one just I have to be paste this. So you can see now I have stored all the value into this cart count variable. So now first of all I will check. So in the console dot log, and inside this console suppose I have stored filled this variable and save, and now I will check the console. I am getting all the value which I have stored into this variable. I can get or not, just I will check it there. So I will go to console. So now first of all here is the one product, and in the console if I refresh, so now okay guys, I got my mistake. So why it's not showing in console? So I got the mistake. So that is guys, here you can see I have written the method but I hadn't called this method. Okay, call means when we write a click function, then it call into the on click. You know guys, in the HTML we write click, then we call this function, but here this function I will call into the onload. I mean when our page will be reload, so then I will call this function. Okay, so for that just I have to copy this one and into the ng onInit, because you know ng onInit call at the time to page load. Okay, so and this is life cycle loop. So if you don't know life cycle loop, so you have to watch another tutorial I had already made about ngOnInit constructor, all the videos. So just here I have to be call this function. So this function name, now I call here. So now if I check, so when the page will be reload, so then the function will be called, and now I can get the value. So you can see how many products I have added into the local. I have just added two products, product 1 and product 2. So here you can see I am getting two array, product 1, product 2. Is the header component TS21 number. So in the 21 number I have print this. So now you can see I can get the product, how much product I am adding into the cart or locally. So if I check the length means 1, 2. Okay, check the length. So in the JavaScript tutorial I had already made a video about length. So if you want to know more details about length, so you can watch my JavaScript tutorial. So now if I check the length and if I store the length inside this cart item, because inside this cart item value I bind here. So if I check the length and if I store this into the cart item variable, so then we can get easily how many products into the local storage. So just we have to do here. Just I will remove this console now. So here this dot cart item means this variable, and when we use this, when we want access the global variable, so this is global variable because we have written this variable outside this function, okay. So when we want to access the global variable, then we use this dot, so this dot cart item, and inside this item cart item variable, just I have to be store the length of this local cart. So guys, this local cart I have stored in this variable. So just I will copy this variable and here I will write dot length. Okay. So guys, you can see here I didn't write this keyword because you can see this variable is local variable because I have assigned this variable inside this function and I am accessing this variable in this function also. So that's why just I have written this variable name dot length. So now guys, I will close this one, and first of all you can see here 0, but you know in the local I have added two products, so you can see it's automatically showing 2, and I will show you that in the inspect again, otherwise it may confuse. So now you can see I have two products, but if I remove all the products from here local storage, and if I refresh, so you can see it's showing 0. So again if I write one product, so you can see look, it's added one product, and if I refresh, you can see it's showing 1. So in the same way if I write two products, so here you can see it's added two products, and refresh, so you can see it's showing two products. So if I add 4 products, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and now if I refresh here, so you can see it's showing 4 products. So it's already done. So how many products user will add into the local storage, or I have told you already, if you proper add in local storage, then you can move it easily into the database, and so that we can increase the count here and decrease the count here also. Okay, so this is done, almost done, but here is one mistake, that is I have to refresh always again and again, but that is not good. When user will click this button, then it will be at the product here. Okay, so that is not good. Here I have to do one thing, That is, Angular is the single page application. It doesn't reload, you know. So for that, Angular have a feature that is subject and behavior subject from RxJS. So I have to use subject and behavior subject for solve this just little issue. That is, when I will click this button, so the product will be count here, not after refreshing. Okay. So for that, just I have to use subject or behavior subject. That is the facility. So guys, I will not show you in this video. Just in the next video, I will show you how you can use this subject and behavior subject for that. So hope guys this video is helpful, and if you want to get more videos in Angular, and not only Angular, if you want to learn JavaScript and any kind of technology video, so you can subscribe and press the notification bell icon to get more first update. And if you want to get extra benefit, so you can check my channel. I have enabled the join button, so you can be a member of my channel, so you will get the extra facility.